So what exactly is generative AI anyway? Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you can't fail to have noticed that this term has really exploded in popularity over the last few years, and it's starting to really embed itself into our everyday and our working lives. Generative AI is a term that refers to AI systems that are used to produce realistic content. Now, we first saw this emerge in 2021 with the public release of ChatGPT. ChatGPT is able to take text-based input and initially to produce text prompts. So this is for things such as it could generate recipes, it could generate poetry, and it could even generate band names and song lyrics if you were so inclined. And they weren't always fantastic, but over the last few years, we've seen a real growth in the quality of the output of these systems. And indeed, ChatGPT has gone through several iterations up to the current day system. Now, where exactly do we see these systems and what exactly can they generate? Well, as I say, we've moved beyond simple text generation. So, when it comes to text, we can have realistic conversations with AI, and it's probably not far-fetched to say that we're not too far away from an AI model passing the famous Turing test, where the AI has to convince a human judge that it is in fact another human. And certainly ChatGPT and other models are able to produce quite realistic conversational output that mimics human output. Now, as I say, we can also use this for other purposes, so for creative writing, even for assisting with the rephrasing or the paraphrasing of existing text. Next, we've got image generation. So models such as Midjourney and DALL-E are able to produce some quite realistic and occasionally some quite strange looking output based on text prompts. And it's able to also further refine and iterate based on additional prompts. Next, we've got music generation, so a personal favourite of mine. We've got models such as Suno.ai that are able to take text-based input, which may specify information about the key of the song, the tempo, the time signature, and the genre. And the model is able to take that and use it to produce realistic output. You may also have seen on social media and YouTube examples where an existing, particularly famous song might be taken and converted into a completely different style. Or perhaps more strangely, we've also seen new songs being released from artists that are no longer with us. So there are some ethical issues around this, but it's certainly an exciting use of generative AI and also allows non-musicians to produce some quite realistic sounding content. And finally, we have video generation. In 2023, OpenAI previewed their video generation model, Sora, which is able to produce extremely realistic movie-type footage from some simple text prompts. And once again, this is a really exciting area since it means non-technical or people from outside of the filmmaking industry are able to very, very quickly convert their ideas into an extremely realistic-looking video without having to have the expense of hiring staff, hiring a studio and hiring actors and actresses to star in their production. So again, perhaps this raises some ethical issues about employment in the entertainment industry, but it's certainly exciting to see where the technology can take us. Now, there are a number of key models and technologies that form part of modern generative AI systems. Now, each of these concepts is covered in more detail in other videos from this series, so I won't go through them in detail, but suffice to say, these are different models that are used as part of the training, evaluation and refinement process that allows these generative AI models to produce such realistic looking output.